Okay, what you'll see me do now for the next 10 minutes is I'm going to introduce my colleague Alice, and we're going to go through some of the basic fundamental movements you'll expect to do during a beginner's class. So what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to switch to a yellow spring. So we're just going to pop that. We're just having a yellow spring on. Fantastic. The first movement we're going to do is a reverse lunge. So what I'd like you to do is pop your left foot under the left-hand black ball and your right foot up against the shoulder pad. Just keeping your hands on the foot bar for some support. What you're going to do is you're going to stretch that right foot back away from you until it's almost straight. Standing up through this hip, nice and tall. What you're going to begin with is pretend that your hips are full of water, and you're going to tip some water out the front of your pelvis. Then you're going to drive your sit bones back and bend through your left knee. Keep on bending through, and you'll come to this lunge position. What you're going to do now is find strength through your bum, through your glute, and you're going to drive up through that left leg and come back through to standing. Excellent. Keep going through that, tip water out the front of your pelvis, drive your sit bones back and bend through your knee. And then really stand up on that left leg. So you should be feeling it through your left glute and down your left quad around about now. If you're comfortable through this movement, what you can do is you can pop your hands on your hips, and that's going to create a little bit of instability, and it's going to make the movement a little bit more difficult, driving up and through. Excellent. So the next work we're going to do, we're going to flip up to our upper body. So we're going to go through a wheelbarrow. So we're going to be staying on that yellow spring. What I'd like you to do is come to a kneel on the carriage with both of your feet up against the shoulder pads, please. Then your hands are going to come onto the foot bar, slightly wider than shoulder width. And you're going to come up so your shoulders are over your wrists. You're going to slide your knees out so you're in that perfect half plank position. And you're going to keep your shoulders up over your wrists. From this, you're going to find strength in your core. And then you're going to slide the carriage back, pivoting at your shoulders here. And you're going to drive back. You're going to allow yourself to come back. And you're going to find that point of abdominal work. It's fine if you're shaking, that's meant to happen. Then you're going to pull in through the muscles underneath your armpits, and that's going to bring your chest back up. Excellent. And you're going to drive them hips away, staying in that perfect half plank position. Find that abdominal work. Then you're going to pull in through them muscles underneath your armpits. You come back up. Excellent. Now what's really important as we're doing this movement is we're trying to create distance between our shoulders and our ears. So a lot of us nowadays, we're really overactive in our upper traps. That's from all the desk work that we're doing. We're coming into this position. We're trying to strengthen through our lats, then muscles underneath our armpits. And it's going to draw our shoulders down and back. And that's really going to help with our posture. With our posture, that's going to improve through our upper and lower back pain. Excellent. What we're going to do now is the final bit of work is you're going to continue, so you're going to turn around. And we're going to have our arms in the loop. So you're going to come to a high kneel position with your knees up against the shoulder pads. Excellent. Well, what you're going to do now is you're going to take the loops from off the pegs and you're going to cross them over. You're going to pop your hands through the small loops. Then we're going to go into a dumb waiter. Okay, so you're going to have your palms up and you're going to squeeze lemons underneath your armpits. And it's a really active process of pushing them elbows into your sides. Now from this position, we're going to try and rotate our thumbs backwards towards the mirror. Excellent. And then we're drawing back in. Really have an active process of driving them elbows into our sides. Don't worry if you can't get round to that 90, that's absolutely fine. And then we're turning back and in. Amazing. Keep working through that. Really good. What we've got is we're not trying to lean back. So imagine that we've got a belt buckle coming across here and our belly button, and them two surfaces are aligned. And that's going to keep that nice neutral spine as we're working through this movement. This is really good for strengthening across our rotator cuffs. So they're the muscles that allow our shoulders to go in full range of movement. There's a lot of strong muscles around our shoulders, but these are going to stabilize and strengthen them smaller muscles. Amazing. You're going to keep working through this for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to bring your hands back to this position. We're going to flow straight into shoulder retraction. So from this point, your fingers are going to face down towards. You're going to wrap your hands over, and then your palms are going to face towards me again. Amazing. Now we're going into shoulder retractions now. So you're going to stretch your fingers towards the floor. You're going to lengthen from your ear to your shoulder. And then you're going to try and pinch your shoulder blades back, and then relax on through. So then you're going to relax your shoulders through this position into protraction. And then you're going to pull your shoulder blades back, tense the muscles that lie either side of your shoulder blades, and then you're going to protract through. So we're working from retraction through to protraction. Amazing. Don't worry so much about punching your elbows back. Just have that movement come from pulling your shoulder blades in and then relaxing your shoulder blades through. If it feels like quite a subtle movement and the carriage isn't moving much, that is absolutely fine. That's how the movement should be performed. Amazing, looking really good. We should feel this working through them muscles that are either side of our shoulder blades. And once again, these muscles are really good at helping draw back our shoulders and improve our posture, which has been really affected by modern life. Amazing. Once again, we're just going to work through this for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Just uncross them loops, and you're going to pop the long loops back onto the pegs. Fantastic. What we're going to do now is we're going to work through a few more core things. So we're going to come back facing around. And with the difficulty, we're going to have our hands on the platform this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to work into a little 4-point hover. So we're going to go into our 4-point stance. So your palms are going to come onto the platform here. And then your knees are going to come under your hips. And you're going to go into that 4-point stance. We're going to work through here with your feet up against the shoulder pads. And just lengthen out into this position. Perfect. So the knees are really underneath the hips. We're not rotating our hips away. We're in a nice strong position. And what you're going to do is you're going to just hover them knees off of the carriage slightly. And we're working in through our abdominals. Amazing. Remember, we're drawing them shoulders away from our ears and finding strength through our lats. We're building up all of the good work we've just done. And we're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to touch down. Amazing. We're just going to finish off by transitioning that into an icebreaker. So this is a bit more of a challenging movement that you might expect to do in a beginner's. So just stay in that position. We're going to be staying in that 4-point kneel. Then you're going to hover, so you're going to go into that 4-point hover. And from this point, just tuck your toes. That's it. You're going to keep your hips high, and we're going to go into an icebreaker, okay? So your knees are going to come in slightly, and then they're going to push away to full plank, but you're going to keep your hips high. Then your knees are going to fold at the front of the hips, and they're going to push away. Amazing. You're going to breathe in as your knees are coming in. Scoop them abdominals and push away. Fantastic. Keep them knees high. Keep working through that icebreaker move. Real big abdominal work. We're just going to work through this for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Just drop that down into a nice easy shell stretch. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch. Really drop that in. We're going to stretch through. Just going to pull you away. We're stretching through our lats. We're finding a nice strong stretch through our back as well. Just mobilizing through there. Amazing. And we're just going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Build yourself back up. Amazing. Thank you very much.